Hello guys, and welcome to Strategic Command World War II World at War with our Axis playthrough. We've pretty much done this entire turn in the previous episode, so we're going to hit end turn and push the game over into January here. So let's see what the AI has to say about what we've done. Oh, okay. German paratroopers deploy at Hamburg. This is an event that happened in an earlier episode. We had the choice to deploy it at half strength early or let it deploy when it was ready at the end of the year. And so it's here. Oh, okay, cool. We also procced Yugoslavia. Looks like that was about a 5% tick that time. That's probably the smallest tick we can get. So we'll take a look at that when we get past all this in a moment. We got some tech finishing. Mud. Ah, great. If it's not snow, it's mud, right? Well, that's going to be for their turn anyway. Let's see. Got some MPPs, and now we can see what they do. The first Polish Corps has formed in France. Yeah, I remember getting that event. Oh, nice. The paratroopers are like fully upgraded too. That's pretty handy. You know, they should hopefully come in handy. I got plenty of fighters everywhere that could kind of guide them in. Bombers that can lure out enemy interceptors, I hope. Ooh, we got some kind of movement down here. Capital ship movement. Oh, man. Oh, is that the same light cruiser as before? Holy crap, we did 5 damage? Oh, and there's a destroyer, but it doesn't have ASW yet. It still dealt 2 damage to us. Still, we dealt way more than we lost there. I'm quite happy with that result. Although, it will be a pain to reinforce this sub now after we can get it away. But, not something we're going to have to deal with. It'll be easier when the routes are just all down south, I think. Unless the AI pays good attention down there. We did disrupt convoys. Irish Republic imprisons hundreds of IRA activists. I don't remember enough about modern Ireland. What is the IRA? I forget. Alright, and here's our activity summary. UK lost 14 on Australia, 16 on Australia, 12 on Canada, and 12 on South Africa. Okay, cool. The hull of our proposed aircraft carrier, Graf Zeppelin, is currently awaiting completion. Completing it as an aircraft carrier will cost us 200 MPPs at 25 MPPs a turn for 8 turns. It'll be ready in January 1942. Would you like to continue with production? As an aircraft carrier, yes. Whether it is better to continue working on the Graf Zeppelin as an aircraft carrier or to save the MPPs and use them elsewhere depends on your overall strategy and whether you can afford the cost of deploying it as an aircraft carrier. If you say yes to this, it could serve as either the Baltic or Atlantic, providing long-range air support and reconnaissance to our vessels. The Germans did have 2 carriers in production in the late 1930s. The other being planned was intended to be called the Peter Strasser, but neither were ever finished. Okay, so they never finished this. We can just say no to finishing it and thus not spend 200 MPPs, or we could finish it for 200. But 200, that's a lot. I don't believe this is going to be worth it for this playthrough. I forget how much an actual aircraft carrier costs. This is probably a pretty good deal on them, if I had to imagine, but maybe not. We'll check after this, I guess. 1942, yeah, like that's into Barbarossa territory. That's, I don't even know how long this game will go on, but that would be towards the end game. I need those MPPs now. And I need them for things that are far more relevant to what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to go ahead here and I'm going to hit no. Let's see. General Rodolfo Graziani, Commander-in-Chief of the Italian Army, can be deployed to Abyssinia if we transfer his headquarters and prepare the necessary logistical support for Addis Ababa, but it will cost 50 MPPs. Would you like to deploy the Graziani HQ or have him deploy at Benghazi? Okay, so we do get a second HQ, it's just over the limit and it's from an event. One issue to consider is that once we have deployed him in Abyssinia, it may well prove impossible for him to leave there, given Abyssinia's isolation and distance from other Axis territories. But without him there, the Allies could possibly take this portion of our glorious empire from us with ease. So I'm gonna say yes to this because I believe holding the Allied forces down there and keeping them out of Egypt is probably going to be generally a good idea. We have another HQ that we can transfer down to Libya in order to kind of shore that front up. Since I don't expect the Italians to really be necessary for dealing with the Soviet Union or anything, yeah, we're gonna hit yes on this. At least not with, you know, this plan in this instance. So, alright, that's it. I have my paratroopers, I have my Japanese garrisons, my next wave of them, and we have our next turn here. Guys, I believe that we have been blessed by the good weather gods, because as you can see, it is winter, but the winter is completely ignoring the Low Country front, meaning we can start the invasion of the Low Countries right now and not suffer from the winter debuffs. Now, this may be a bit of a rush, this may be right on time, I don't really know. I know I've read a little bit about debating if you actually need to declare war on anybody other than Luxembourg and Belgium, like if you need to include the Netherlands or not, or if you just break down the Maginot or what. But I think I'm just going to declare war on all three. I think it will help push this along a little bit faster. Give me some more MPPs. Declaring war on all three of them will push America closer to joining the war sooner. However, that shouldn't matter for this strategy anyway, and either way, it will be a great learning experience. So, let's figure out how to declare war. I haven't done this in half a year. Oh boy, with the way the map is, Luxembourg and the Netherlands completely hide Belgium on this map. I have to zoom in to see the most important person that I need to declare war on. So we're gonna go ahead and declare war on all three. Let's declare war on the Netherlands. Oh, declare war on Belgium at 99%. Holy shit. That moved them real quick. And Luxembourg, declare war. Wow, I guess you declare war on Netherlands only and Belgium is just scripted to react. USA is at 19%. I hope that isn't a lot. Not much of anyone would probably mind this, probably mostly just America, yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to check earlier, but the price of a carrier is $350, so for 200, that's an amazing deal. Especially since it's over time. Maybe in a longer term playthrough strategy, that would work pretty well. Now, one downside to this rushed invasion is the fact that I wasn't entirely ready. For example, a lot of my planes are not upgraded yet. In addition, a lot of these planes are in the winter area. They're not lined up at the Low Countries proper, because I was thinking more long-term about bombing into France. Although, thinking about it now, I feel like, oh, maybe that's not even the best idea anyway. So I will go ahead and I'm going to upgrade these tactical bombers to have some better ground attack weapons. Only no naval weaponry for them. For the medium bombers, however, I believe I will include the naval weaponry because they're actually going to need it because they are better. They're at, well, doing this. They're more multi-purpose and I could use them to help control the British fleet once the invasion of France is done and I have this big shelf hanging off into the Atlantic. So 45 MPPs, that's done. Let's go ahead and hand that in. Now, how to deal with, oh, this is the Dutch army. There's just the Dutch army all by itself. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to move this corps in to a better attack position. I will start with the 8th Army, however. They're going to attack first. Okay, 4 damage dealt, 1 taken. That's not very bad. That's exactly what I needed for the corps to be able to finish them off from this city that they moved into. Now we get some national morale bonus, and we can move this army in. Oh, and the zone of control was only from the enemy army, so that's completely eliminated now. We have the 1st Corps of the Netherlands, and our army can pretty much start to slaughter them. Let's see, let's move the 14th army up to take a look at what we're dealing with here. Okay, so these, oh my god, look at the name of these fighters. The Luchtwaffe Brigade Fighters of the Netherlands. We can wipe them out pretty easily, I think, with a corps and an army. Well, let's check that out, because I do have a corps here that's able to move. Oh yeah, this should definitely be enough, it looks like. Hell, this corps could single-handedly slaughter this HQ on Antwerp all by itself. Well, Jesus Christ, I'm tempted to just do that now at this point. Yeah, fuck it, let's try it. Let's go ahead and attack. Bam! We deleted that entire unit at Antwerp. Now, that cannot move any further, but oh my god, a tank can go all the way around and get behind there right next to Brussels already. Oh, I am tempted. All right, well, let's start with this northern army attacking the enemy corps on Amsterdam. We dealt 3 damage, we took no damage. That is just about what we expected. Okay, I think I will take the 3rd Panzer tanks here. I'm gonna send them around towards Brussels. We can see we can deal 4 damage with 1 strike. Theoretically, we can wipe out this group entirely with the tank. I am pretty glad now that I saved this tactical bomber. I'm tempted to attack the enemy fighters first to try to wipe them out so that they can't escort, but there's just too many fighters over here to wipe out for that purpose. So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna take these tactical bombers and I'm just gonna attack what's on Brussels. Yeah, besides, anyway, the interceptors that are defending are coming from all the way in the UK. We're only doing this 1 airstrike. Alright, we dealt 2 damage to them. Oh my god, our fighters took like 3 damage. Oh, our what? Oh, my whole game froze there for a second. Did you see that? Well, we did 1 damage to Brussels. We did some damage to them. We took some damage. Okay, fair enough, I guess. Let's attack with the tanks now. We dealt 3 damage. We took 1, okay. Hopefully this is the lucky one that finishes them off. Unfortunately, it's not. We dealt 3 damage only, so they are still there. That sucks. Well, one thing to keep in mind is once the capitals of these countries fall, I imagine a lot of their units will disappear as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these panzers, and we're going to actually just drive around right behind all the enemies, kind of make this big swivel. Oh my. But we do have enemy contact, which might stop me. It did stop me a little bit, yeah. Okay, that is unfortunate. I didn't really think about that. Actually, it doesn't matter anyway. I don't need to think about that. Let's just keep moving. There you go. Oh, we got some nice targets we can attack. Let's attack the 1st Army of Belgium on Brussels. And there you go. We've wiped it out. National morale bonus. All I need to do is send someone on that hex, and it is mine. All right, I'm going to try to complete a series of movements that I think will be a good idea. So first, the 1st Army will move onto Luxembourg, where it will basically claim the country, the whole country, because it's just 1 city hex. Next, we're going to take the 2nd Corps, and we're going to move it, like, right onto Brussels. So now we've claimed Brussels, and theoretically, Belgium should fall next turn no matter what. Zone of control should have this region under control, so I'm not too worried about that. We will take the Slovakian Corps and move it onto Cologne, so that this Belgian Corps here, so it doesn't go anywhere. I realize now I actually got 2 paratroopers, this one right here at Hamburg, and then I also got this one that I can deploy wherever I want. So that one's going right here to kind of block that area. I'll take the 1st Corps then, and I'll move them down to the west wall here, as it's called. I will take the 4th Army, and I will operate that down into the Ardennes to kind of man that front. I will then take, I'm sure there's another corps here somewhere. Oh no, let's use the other paratroopers. I'll operate them over towards Bastogne here, and just kind of fill this region in. And maybe the paratroopers can prepare for maybe trying to dive towards Paris from this point soon, or have them otherwise support the front line in some way. So let's look at the Netherlands again. We'll take the 14th Army, and we're gonna finish off the 1st Corps of the Netherlands. Alright, so that frees up Amsterdam, which is apparently not the capital. So we'll take the 3rd Army, move that to Amsterdam, and we'll try to snipe the Winkelman HQ. Okay, well, it's sniped. And, oh, thank God, I was gonna say, next problem, we don't have anyone to move on to the Hague, but we do! And so there you go, we are, game's freezing, don't know why, that was weird. But we did it, we moved on to it. I don't know that I need to position these guys in any particular way, but I'll move this army forward into Amsterdam. We have 82 MPPs remaining with Germany, and we're 84% of the way with Yugoslavia, 30% chance to proc per turn. I am tempted to put another point in here, because it will need either one more really good proc or a couple bad ones. But I'm going to take the risk, right? We're just going to allocate these points now by putting them into Turkey. So I'm gonna spend 50 MPPs to put one chit into Turkey right now. That probably won't go anywhere, but I'm getting the points allocated. We have one more attack to do. I'll take the 4th Panzer tanks and I will attack the 2nd Corps of France. We dealt 1 damage. We took no damage. That's really more than I could hope for. It's not as good as it said we would do, but I'll still take that. That's it. That's done. That's pretty much all I want to do with Germany. We'll go ahead and upgrade this corps here. Hopefully, yes, with both infantry weapons and anti-aircraft defenses, so it can maybe get into the offensive soon. And since we can, we might as well take one of these injured corps here and get it back up to full strength. We'll go for the one that's on Berlin. No particular reason, literally just because we can. We do have to also now deal with the Navy. As we know, our submarine here is in maybe a little bit of dire straits. We're just going to send that way off to the northwest, try to get that way the fuck out of there. Somewhere to safety. I'll take these other 2 submarines and we're gonna kind of move them back up north a bit here. A good bit. Maybe, hopefully not in range of any... not that far, clearly. But somewhere up north, where we hopefully don't have a destroyer running into them. I'll keep them pretty close by as well to each other. That's kind of like a double trap. This sub's gonna have to go all the way back to kind of repair for now. That'll suck. That'll be a long journey, but... yeah, it is what it is. I'm gonna take the Deutschland heavy cruiser, send that south down the line, kind of flip what side it's on for the time being, and kind of move this one back up as well. Still kind of outmanning South Africa's convoy line, but really, what else are we gonna do with it, right? Let's go ahead and come down here, bring it down this way, pop in over there. That's really not good. We ran into a British destroyer, probably Canadian. No, that's French. Oh, that's French. Oh, that's French. Oh my, well, this is going to be pretty bad. Again, we're lucky. The British don't really have good ASW capabilities at this point in the war. Let's move the 3rd Corps of Italy forward a little bit. Let's move the tanks forward a little bit like we were planning on doing, and we have now done. Actually, let's do a little more than that. Let's say, fuck it, take this tank, move it into the mountains, take this HQ, move it up to this city, put the garrison on Genoa where I want to have it, and so everything here's moved where I want it to be. I'll take my points here and I'll go ahead and... actually, I'm not... well, I'll upgrade. Yeah, let's upgrade these fighters right here. The 1st Squadra fighters of Italy. They are now upgraded to advanced fighters. They are going to need to be reinforced, but that part can come later. Let's look down here in Ethiopia. We're going to take the Abyssinia Corps, move them down to Bonga, take this HQ, put it on Addis Ababa. And we're going to take this corps here, and I'm going to start moving it east a little bit. And the idea is to kind of get this setting up and ready. We can't do much with what's down here, unfortunately. Libya is a little bit off limits. We will reinforce this Leonardo da Vinci sub up to full strength because we do want the subs to be good so that we can start raiding things. Because I believe that's what's going to get the Allies to move their routes out of here, and if we could do as much damage as possible in as little time as possible, that would be pretty helpful. Over in Japan, we have a bunch of aircraft that could use upgrading, and I think I'll go ahead and upgrade some of their stuff. So starting with these attack bombers, we can get them some long-range capabilities to match the medium bombers next to them. Also, this fighter group, advanced fighters and long-range aircraft. And then this escort carrier here, advanced fighters, long-range aircraft, because it is in range of providing escorts over my aircraft that are currently on the front line. In addition, we have this corps that can use some reinforcements, so we're going to reinforce that. I will go ahead and take the 34th Army, and we're going to actually attack this corps that's run up and kind of left itself exposed in the prior turn. So we're going to go ahead and attack. We dealt 3 damage. We took none. That is amazing. Ooh, the odds are not the best, but they're not the worst. I'll just attack with this. We dealt 4 damage. We took no damage. Oh, wow. That actually worked out really, really well. Let's see. I will swap the North Chinese Front Army in here and take a look at, this corps. Yeah, no, attacking this corps is not going to be that easy, and breaking through is not going to be that easy. However, with this corps having fallen back, they're going to have to reinforce it there or move it forward and get it destroyed. And I feel like they will just leave it back there and reinforce it. One thing I could really use with Japan is some ground attack weapons. So I'm going to get to researching that for my bombers on the front. We have 60 MPPs remaining, and we do have some garrisons that we need to kind of shift into place. I'll take the 5th Corps over here on Yankee. We're going to operate that down south towards Nanchang, and we're going to try to start pushing the front down south. Same thing, well, let's see. Let's move this onto here before I say anything else. All right, yeah. We should have enough MPPs. So let's operate this core kind of down there as well. We want to start pushing south. I don't need to do it quite like this. I could do it maybe by sea, but I think this will work. We will operate this garrison onto Helsinki so that we don't piss off the Soviets and arm them, mobilize them like the enemy AI did to me in my allied playthrough. I have new units to deploy. It's the 2 garrisons. Let's go ahead and deploy them where we deployed the other one, get them ready for transport. We have 23 MPPs left, which is not a whole lot, but it's something. We'll put it into upgrading this core right here with Infantry Weapons 1. We'll still need more for the other core in Manchuli, but we have time to get that done. And with that, I've kind of done everything that I can do, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to hit end turn, and we're going to push it over, see what happens. French morale suffers from the German blitzkrieg. I haven't even reached France yet, I think. Well, I kind of have. Belgium surrenders. It's exactly what I wanted to see. We plundered 118 MPPs from that. That's a good amount. Luxembourg surrenders. 12 MPP. Yeah, they weren't worth as much. Netherlands? Netherlands surrenders. Yeah, dude, one turn, 95 MPPs. All the Low Countries fell in one turn. That's awesome. Belgian Congo prepares for war. Yeah. Belgian Congo joins the Allies. Yeah. Nah, that's no problem, I think. Refugees block roads affecting Allied supply in northern France. Ooh, very good, very nice. Fall of Belgium's Red Sphere through the French forces. Oh my god, that's a tongue twister. French troops panic as the Maginot Line is outflanked. It's not outflanked yet, but I'm happy that it's taking effect already. German morale is boosted as the Maginot Line is outflanked. Okay, cool. I haven't outflanked it yet, though. And, okay, another successful tick against Yugoslavia. Only 5%, but that is good. At least it is something. Oh, okay, and we... Oh, they disrupted our convoy with Norway. Okay, we captured Eben Email. Who the fuck is that? We have some tech. It's very muddy now, but no snow, so that's good. The formation of the Home Guard boosts British morale. Okay, so basically, invade us and you suffer. Destroyers attacking, we died from the attack, and we got away. Cool, and they didn't attack us again? That's interesting. It's winter in China. Oh, HQ moving away, a new army moving forward. God, China just has so many men. What the fuck is this? I think the AI gets free units too. All right, we have some allied, I believe these are French. A battleship and a submarine. Why are they here? You trying to fight my surface fleet? You think I'm dumb enough to have that running around? They're trying to fly some sort of bombing over us. We have interceptors defending. Escorts. Ooh, we took 2 damage. They took 2 damage. Oh yeah, strat bombers, I think. Medium bombers. I think those are medium bombers. Oh, those are strat bombers. Huh. Alright, these are medium bombers, I think. We dealt 1 damage. They're bombing. No direct damage, that's good. Look at their morale on the front. The Maginot is completely out of morale. Oh, the BEF is... Look at them, they're all trucking out of there. Are they already evacuating? You haven't even started. I haven't even hit you yet, and you're already abandoning the French? Okay, so the destroyer ran into us again, but it didn't have the ability to attack us again, so that's good. That Chinese HQ's reappearing. They're reinforcing everyone on the front. Okay, so the French are digging in. The British are running away. British celebrate the capture of the Altmark in Norwegian waters. Don't know what that is. Loss of Belgium reduces British morale. Yeah, okay, that's good. Nice. And we've disrupted Sudan. Egypt, UK? Egypt, UK. I don't think I usually get that one. Okay, yeah. Egypt, UK, 6 MPP. Sudan, UK, 3 MPPs. That's probably all Sudan is sending them. South Africa, 12. All of South Africa, yeah. Lithuania remains within our sphere of influence, and the country would give us a good launching pad for future invasion of the USSR should we seize it before Stalin is ready to counter us. Annexing Lithuania would undoubtedly cause some alarm in the Soviet Union, but it shouldn't lead directly to conflict unless we were to follow it up with acts of aggression against Latvia or Estonia. Would you like to authorize the annexation of Lithuania? By saying yes to this, Germany will annex Lithuania in March of 1940. The USSR will swing 20 to 25% towards the Allies. Huh. To say no, the USSR will have an opportunity to annex Lithuania in June 1940. Well, I don't want them to have a lot of MPPs. It's not that I'm trying to delay them entering the war. I'm trying to make it so that they're as weak as possible when the war starts. Yeah, 20 to 25% is a bit much. I'm gonna go ahead and say no and let them annex it because I think it just hurts their own mobilization anyway if they do it. So yeah, no, let's just pass on that. And we have the Garibaldi HQ, Italy. What? I get another HQ? I can't even deploy I can't even make HQs. Is this why I can't make HQs? Because they were all being made already? Unfortunately, our bombers have been detached from the HQ. That is unfortunate. And again, I'm really bad at microing that. So we're focusing on Japan at the start. I will take the bombers anyway, and we're going to go ahead and bombard this core right here. Interceptors, of course. I expect nothing less. Escorts. We dealt 1 damage. We took no damage. I didn't expect to do any damage to these guys, but we did lower their entrenchment, their morale, and all the rest. Now we'll send the tactical bombers after them. We dealt 2 damage and fucked them up even more. Now we... Oh. Okay, I like this. Let's go ahead and attack. We only dealt 3 damage. We were supposed to deal more. The North Chinese Front Army can now get some elite reinforcements as well. We'll swap them out with the 1st Kwantung Army. And we will attack again. Dealt 4, okay. But we took damage. That's no good. It may be a little risky, but I'm gonna take the 34th Army. I'm gonna move it forward into hostile enemy territory. We're gonna wipe out this enemy core. Get them off the map. That really will affect the front quite notably. So we're going to send this core forward to fill in the line that has been opened now. The weak point of the Chinese is definitely right here. I need to get this army over there, so I'm going to put him back on the railway. We'll replace him with a core over here at some point. I need to get more of the armies over there and the cores going into the less important locations, not manning my front line. This is an army here, and I'm really wanting to start distracting the Chinese now that I'm starting to make some more ballsy pushes in on their territory. So we have one-on-one odds here due to our superior technology. I think I'm actually going to take that. I'm going to actually try to do that. So let's try. We dealt 2 damage. We took 1 damage. Okay. Better than it was supposed to go. We dealt 1 damage. We took 2 damage. That is the exact opposite of what it said would happen to me. So we lost 4. No, we lost 3. We killed 3. Okay, that's something. But now I can attack with this one too. So let's try again. We dealt 2 damage. We took no damage. Okay, alright, we're coming in even, maybe. I don't know if swapping these ones would make any difference. Yeah, no, he's already moved. He can't attack again. Well, that's sad. Either way, it doesn't matter which one I moved down south. Just one of them has to move in general. It was worth a shot. Down south, the Central Expedition Army is just so strong with its elite reinforcements that we can just go ahead and attack and potentially lose nothing. So I'll try it. Okay, we dealt 2 damage to a core. We took nothing. That's amazing. And that opens up this army, the 13th Army, which has 1 elite reinforcement to try, dealing 1 damage, taking 1 unfortunately, losing some of that elite reinforcement. But now we can attack with just a normal army. We're fighting a core, so equal trades maybe aren't the best, but we're trying to stress them. We're trying to make them run out of money as we fight. We dealt 2 damage, we took 1. Okay, that's something. We'll swap from Wuhan down to here, and we'll attack again. Okay, 2 more damage, and we took 1 damage. For Army on core, I'm actually very happy with these results. I think these were quite good. I also think, because it's going so well, I might as well swap this core in to get an attack. It doesn't have as much luck. Ooh, yeah, it doesn't have as much luck. Alright, then never mind. I'm just going to leave this army here so it can have a prepared attack. My other core here will start going south, just kind of traversing, pushing the supply lines forward a little bit. I don't believe I have any more good opportunities to really attack with anybody on the front. No, that's pretty much everything. I have 306 MPPs and a couple ways to use it. I believe I'm going to dump this into research, get that total research funding up, and spend it on things that will be handy to us as the playthrough goes on. Namely, I think I'll plump it all into production technology and industrial technology. I always try to have these researching as the allies. It's maybe more important for the allies, but yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that. Pretty much spending all of our points here. There's nothing to spend on reinforcing, and I've spent everything else that I need to spend. We do need to transport these guys, but they can wait a moment. It's not that big of a rush. Our front line in terms of land units is actually just full right now. We need more HQs, and I don't know that we're actually able to get those. We can't do any more by ourselves. We are going to get more later, yeah, but it's going to take forever. There's like 3? Yeah. That's mostly it for Japan. That's it for this episode for sure. If there is more that I find to do, we'll do it on the next one. For now, though, I hope you guys are enjoying the series, and thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.